Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today, looking at the WrestleMania 32 match card as we're looking at it right now. And we got a lot of matches that are coming together. We've got 3 confirmed matches that have already been booked on television. We got one that is going to be booked. Basically, if you live in Canada, you might already know about it. Or if you went to SmackDown, you knew about it also. Or if you're going to be watching SmackDown, you'll be finding out about it tonight. So, we're putting together this card. You can also put together a few other things that are going down. We know that the main event is going to be Triple H against Roman Reigns. It can be debated that you think that The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon in a Hell in a Cell, with control of the company, should be in that main event role. I don't know. I mean, honestly, we went through this with the Survivor Series last year, with if Team Cena beat Team Authority, the Authority would be out of power, and they ended up being out of power for about a month. And then Seth Rollins was able to have John Cena bring them back, and it seemed like they came back way too early. And I think people remember the fact that this came to play. And I don't know if people really believe that Triple H and Steph are going to be taken out of power again. So maybe people are reading between the lines that maybe Shane's not going to win this match. And I don't know, like we're going to get the same old pretty much. When it comes down to it, even if I know that Steph and Triple H aren't really going to be removed from power anytime soon, I would want to see the moment of Shane being in charge, even if it's only for a month or 2 months, and then they find some way to take it away from him. And I know that it seems cheap, and I know it makes it seem like, the stipulation doesn't matter. But honestly, in my opinion, I think WWE needs a breath of fresh air, even if it is only for a couple of months. But there's people posting stories that Shane isn't really back inside of WWE. He's just coming back as a performer. He's only going to be in the company for a few months. But who knows? I mean, maybe you have Shane win and people just don't believe it, and then Raw does a huge number and you actually see some changes on Monday Night Raw, which is going to be hard because with so many writers and the writing team the way that it is, maybe Triple H is going to find a way to whip it into shape. But I don't think that, in a month leading up to WrestleMania and then maybe a few weeks after WrestleMania, you can really stand a big change. People who've been watching a lot of my videos around the new year, I talked about the Wrestling Observer having their year. What was that thing called? The prediction show. One of my favorite shows they do. I wasn't able to call into the show, but my prediction for the upcoming year was basically, I think that WWE will fire half of the writing staff that they have on there. I believe the number is in the 30s. I wouldn't be surprised within a couple of years. It's going to be down to just a number of like 10. 10's enough to have a good little booking thing. I'm getting texts from Ravi right now as we speak about the WrestleMania trip. But that is my prediction. They'll have a half as many guys around. They'll find the ones that are really good at what they do, and they'll keep those ones. And maybe it'll get to the point where you don't have as many writers, so you can pay the writers that are good more money, and it makes them stick around for a longer amount of time with the company. So we'll see what goes down with that, but those are your 2 big matches. Brock Lesnar against Dean Ambrose is going to be happening in a street fight, and that'll be a really fun match. I'm hoping for Dean Ambrose to win that one, honestly, because I think it'll be for the better of WWE and the better of Roman Reigns and their feud somewhere down the road. Now, the next match is a SmackDown spoiler. Odds are you're probably not going to watch it. I know that the SmackDown numbers are up, but I don't really see a lot of people talking about SmackDown since moving to the USA. But Charlotte will be defending her Divas Championship in a 3-way dance against Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. It looks as if the New Day is going to be going up against the League of Nations, which is sort of a yawner. I know that the New Day looked like they were turning babyface when they were going up against the League of Nations, but now they're going up against Y2AJ. So it looks like they're back as heels. The League of Nations definitely looked like heels on Monday, joining up, with the beatdown of Dean Ambrose with Triple H. So I don't know if they're just having New Day be heels until maybe after this. I don't know. It's almost like that, Divas Revolution thing where it was like, Team Bad was always a heel, but it was like the Bellas were, flipping back and forth, mattering if they were fighting against Team PCV or if they were fighting against Team Bad. It's like the New Day are just these in-between tweeners. Notes in the Observer is that WWE is expected to shoot an angle between two top guys to set up a match. Honestly, in my opinion, I think that's going to be AJ and Chris Jericho. Whether if they break up on Raw or whether if they break up defending their titles at Breakdown on the way to WrestleMania, that March to WrestleMania special that's going to be on the network. We'll see what that goes down with that. But honestly, I think that's going to be AJ and Jericho having that match. From there on out, there's going to be some sort of a second women's match. As of right now, there's no celebrities. I know that they like to throw celebrities in there with the Divas, whether if that's bringing back Maria Menounos or whatever the heck her name is from Extra, like when she had that match with Eve and Kelly, and Beth Phoenix. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal looks to be making its third run, bringing all the guys onto the main show. And then it looks like they're doing some sort of a multi-person match with Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship. That's probably why we've seen The Miz as well as Dolph Ziggler start their little mini feud. Maybe they'll do the same thing they did last week with just basically every mid-card guy will get a win on Raw or SmackDown, heating up the mid-card division, making everybody 50-50. And even though it's looking like it's probably going to be a match with a lot of good names in it, nobody will really care about what's going down. As of right now, it looks like the returning list of legends is going to be Steve Austin, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, and even Mick Foley. We don't know if how these guys are going to be used, but honestly, in my opinion, I think you save them all for the big dance, and you find some way to have like an NWO versus DX invasion into that Shane McMahon and Undertaker Hell in the Cell, and have everybody sort of fighting each other. You could get that dream square off of The Rock versus Shawn Michaels that we've never seen. You could see, maybe after The Rock hits a rock bottom on Shawn Michaels, then he turns around and The Rock takes a stunner from Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then you get the pop of that Austin versus Rock thing that went on for years, and maybe Shawn Michaels can super kick Ric Flair or something like that, and one guy after another guy knocks each other out with their finisher, and you get like 16 pops in a row. But as of right now, that's the WrestleMania 32 card. It looks like it's going to be a good one. Like I said, I went into WrestleMania with no expectations. It was just sort of the one thing on the show that was bringing me and my friends together. But as of right now, I mean, I can talk for hours about the two key matches, Triple H versus Roman Reigns and Undertaker versus Shane McMahon. So I guess I'm pretty fired up for it. Good times, everybody. See you guys in Dallas or down the road.